And here we go again. I know. I've been doing the silly wave for a while. It's almost become like I have to do the badass wave in order to feel like I got started. Happy Thursday, everybody. I am the badass certifier. That's right. I'm live for Throwback Thursday. Jump on in. The water's warm. There's no sales pitch today. Remember, I told you it's not always going to be like something I'm doing, but I do want to remind you that here's my philosophy that fear is the number one obstacle to success. And I certify badasses because I want you to have the confidence that you need to get through anything that you need. Hi, David. Nice to see you. Um, it's like successful business or successful people have a badass business, badass relationships, and badass life. And once again I share about the definition. Today's urban culture defines a badass as somebody who is confident, cool, knows they've been through the storms of life, but has survived them and is thriving in spite of them, or maybe even because of them. And they're not a curmudgeon, they're not angry, they're not a bully. They are sincerely doing good work in their community. And I can't imagine anybody who wouldn't want to be defined as a badass like that. Hi, Frank. So yes, come on in. The water's warm. Today is Throwback Thursday, and every Thursday I just talk about music. And the reason why it's Throwback Thursday is because I'm talking about the music of your life, which would be something from the past, right? So I don't share pictures or anything like that. What I wanted to encourage you was to listen to some music from your youth. It really helps. Nostalgia has proven to be a great mood booster. Now, a lot of people say you can't live in the past, you need to move forward. But I'm a licensed psychotherapist, and I learned this a few years ago when I was doing an internship at a hospice agency, that nobody on their deathbed wishes that they would have worked more or made more money or anything like that. They wish that they would have spent more time on their relationships. They would have forgiven sooner, and they wouldn't have taken life so seriously. But one of the things that they also have is they have that keeps them going or keeps them happy through this end of life time is nostalgia. When family members come in and they talk about past experiences and things that they've done previously in their lives, that really boosts their mood. So when you have nowhere else to go but to look back, nostalgia is a great way to improve your mindset and your mood, because what it's doing is it's sparking up the neurotransmitters in your brain, and it's impacting the dopamine and the serotonin levels. Now, when those levels are low, that is what creates depression, and we want to increase those levels. So nostalgia is a great way to do that. So I want to encourage you to consider your youth, your teenage years, maybe your college years. What year was that? Then search out music from that era. I guarantee you're going to find some songs that make you feel pretty badass. One of the things that I used to do when I was younger was I was a dancer. I've always been a dancer. My mom said that, she knew that I needed to be in dance class when I was learning, a toddler, and they would take me to church and I would get into the aisles and I would dance to the music. So when I was about three or four, she put me into dance classes, and I never stopped. I found that I love dance. Now, one of the great things that dancing taught me was the repetitive movements helped me. It helped me with personal growth as well, because when you repeat something over and over and over again, like some task, some job, guess what? You start to get really good at it, and then that builds your confidence. So I want to encourage you to do something that is going to be repetitive. It'll help build your confidence. For me, dancing was something that I learned. I learned how to dance, and it was helpful for retaining other information when I was learning. So that's me. It's like they talk about, there's a philosophy about, you have muscle memory. So your muscles remember things that you did. Now, your body may not be able to work the same way that it used to work, but your muscles still remember. So what kind of exercise or fun fun did you have in your youth? And can you still implement some of that? These are all ways to build your confidence and improve your attitude. And that's why I use Throwback Thursday. Hi, Darcy. I use Throwback Thursday to talk about just music of your life, because music has proven to be the ultimate psychologist. It can lift you up. It can calm you down. It can make you feel badass. I have special songs on my badass soundtrack, and that's what I teach, is how to create your own badass soundtrack in my badass certification class. So when you do something repetitive, what happens is that it helps you improve. Right? So as you improve, what does that do? It builds your confidence. And once you know that you've built your confidence there, it'll help you tackle anything else that you might need to choose to be working on. So the idea is you can say to yourself, if I can do this, then I can do that. And so I want to encourage you today to like turn up the music, maybe college years, high school years. Like a few weeks ago, it was, go back to when you were age 10. This week, I want you to focus on, your younger, your youth years, late teens, early 20s. What year was that? Okay, then search out music from that era. You might have any of the music streaming services. When I do a music discovery, I like to go to YouTube, because once you find somebody's YouTube playlist of music, you're going down this whole rabbit hole of discovery of music that you probably haven't heard in a long time. Last week I shared about a music survey that I did from a radio colleague of mine. And he sent me an email later after he watched the video. And he says, I didn't realize that you were going to be inviting people to take the survey. It's very specific age demographics, and I don't want the survey to be skewed. So you might notice that I took the link down, but I kept the video up because the video still had some good information. But he had another survey this week. And so, of course, I wanted to do it because I'm promoting music, and this is the music of my genre and my era. And so I did the next survey that he did, and discovered even more songs that I hadn't heard in a really long time. So I just want to share with you some of the names of those songs. I had to write them down because, of course, my memory is crazy. But do you remember the Todd Rundgren song, I Just Want to Bang on the Drum All Day? Who doesn't, right? I just want to bang on the drum all day and have fun and not do anything. So those are some of the things that it's like you find a song that you haven't heard in a long time because maybe radio's not playing it, or maybe on your streaming service that you use, they're not playing it. You can be the programmer of your own life and flip the format on any of this. And so I talk about, that fear is the number one obstacle to success. And how can we flip the format on fear? Because what's the opposite of fear? Well, it's actually love. I want you to find music you love that's going to change your mindset. And without you coming to my class, I'm going to give you some tips and hints on how you can do that. So today's Throwback Thursday, I want to encourage you to seek out music from the years that you were maybe between 18 and 24. So figure out what year that was in those years. So think 20 and round down, okay, or what up. But find what year that was, and then find some songs from that year, from those years, and see what you can't discover about some fun. And let yourself dive into some nostalgia, because nostalgia is definitely a mood booster. I don't ever encourage people to stay living in the past, but you know what? It's okay to go visit sometimes, especially the badass moments. And music really is the soundtrack of our lives. And what I teach is how you can put together warm, happy memories and attach them to the music of that era, a song that represents that happy memory. And by the time you have your badass soundtrack, you've got an instant attitude adjustment. So I wanted to encourage you today to just find some music from your past. You can use YouTube. To me, that's the easiest way to look. You could write, hits of the 70s, or hits of 1975, or hits of 1985, whatever year that you were around, like coming into the age of 20. And then just see what you find and see what you discover. And if you find some fun, I'd love for you to post the song or even the link to the song in the comments. Let us all see what kind of music. Let's start sharing something on Throwback Thursdays about the music discovery. And then maybe we'll be discussing what happy memories that stirs up for you. So that's my Thursday tip for you. Thursday, Throwback Thursday. Tomorrow's Fun Friday. Not sure what I'm going to do for Fun Friday. And that's the whole idea about it. I never know. I never know what Fun Friday is going to be. Thanks, Darcy. I'm a badass. Well, you know what? You're a badass too. And thank you so much for the comment. You guys, I have a YouTube channel. I don't always share that to everybody, but I'd love for you to subscribe on my YouTube channel. I do these videos almost every day, but I've got a lot of other ones that I've done too, just to stay in touch. Thank you for watching this video again. I really appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow live for Fun Friday. Not sure what I'm going to do yet. And then again, of course, you know, this Mustang Monday. And this Monday, I've got another special guest who has hopped in the seat and given a badass tip from the street. So I am Kelly Orchard. I certify badasses. I'm a speaker, author, a badass confidence building coach, and a licensed psychotherapist. Reminding you today on this Thursday to be bold, be brave, be confident, be badass. See you later.